What about a question that comes, and this will we have just maybe two more questions, and then we'll wrap up inshallah ta'ala this lecture. Can we attend a Christmas celebration with our relatives in order just to greet them? This question comes time and time again, and from revert Muslims, from people maybe that some of the relatives are non-Muslims. Can we just be there just to take part in the family time, not the actual celebration? First of all, we need to realize why they're gathering. It's not because it's the holidays. It's not because it's just it's not because it's the holidays, people just come, it's family time. The origin of this is because it's Christmas. This is what you have to understand. You always have to go back, no matter what the intention is now, why people do it now, we can't forget the origin. That's very, very important. Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen was asked, rahimahullah ta'ala, he said, the question said about a woman who, she said, I want to become Muslim, but my family gathering to celebrate Christmas, but I want to gather with my family to celebrate Christmas, and I want just to greet them, to go and greet them, with the intention of not of celebrating or joining in, but simply to take the advantage of the opportunity to be with my relatives when they get together. Is this allowed? The Shaykh replied clearly, rahimahullah ta'ala, no, it is not permitted. If Allah blesses her with Islam, then her first thing she must do is to distance herself from the former religion and its festivals. Distance herself from the former religion and its festivals. And I want to remind ourselves of a very important principle, my dear brothers and sisters. When it comes to being a new Muslim, or being a new practicing Muslim, somebody who came back to Islam, who was born Muslim. The Sahaba radiallahu anhum, how many of them were born in Islam? And how many of them were reverts? The majority of the Sahaba were reverts themselves, meaning they accepted Islam and their family were practicing the pagan celebrations. And the same thing that we find it so difficult for ourselves to go through, they went through it. And they are the role model and the example for us. But yet the Sahaba radiallahu anhum didn't take part in these celebrations. In fact, they did what the Shaykh was saying here. They distanced themselves from their former religion and their festivals, because now all of the ties have been cut off with La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. This is what is important for us. This is the origin for us. This is the most important thing for us, is to implement our religion. And like I said, we can be polite, but when it comes to celebrations from other religions, we're not taking part in it, because this is what we believe in as a Muslim. And the most valuable and most important thing to us is our Islam. Therefore, that's what we're going to celebrate when it comes to our Eids. But other things, we're not going to celebrate. That's what you do. That's your custom. There's nothing we can do to stop you about that, but we are not going to take part in it, and we don't mean any disrespect. Obviously, I know as a revert myself, and dealing with reverts all the time, I know this. Different families are different. Some are more challenging, some is more difficult, some can be very hostile. But that doesn't matter. What we need to do is focus on pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You might face some difficulties, you might face some challenges. You say, look, I said, I love you, Mom, but I'm not celebrating Christmas. This is what I do. Oh, they brainwashed you. Oh, you're a terrorist. Oh, they start attacking your religion. Maybe this year she says that. Maybe next year. But 3 years down the line, 4 years down the line, she accepts it, because at the end you're her son and you're somebody who's good to her. You're obedient to her. She sees that Islam has actually made you better in how you treat her. So then it becomes the fact you don't celebrate, not that much of a big deal. And in the end, our main concern, like the Sahaba, is that Allah is pleased with us, not the people. And we have the story of Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas radiallahu anh as the role model, as the example story for us. When his mother, she went on a hunger strike. And he loved his mother very much. And she said that you're going to be known to the Arab. And it's very important what they're known as. And the Arab, they care what people said about them back in the days, right? So here, she said, you're going to be known as the killer of his mother, qatil ummihi, the one who killed his mother, because she said, I'm not going to eat, I'm not going to drink until what? Until you leave your religion, till you denounce Islam and you come back to the religion of your forefathers. She went about 3 days, no food and no drink. She was old anyway. She got very fragile and very weak, and she was about to die. So Sa'ad radiallahu anh, he said something to her that's an example for all of us until Yawm al-Qiyamah, inshallah ta'ala. He told her that he loved her and he cared for her, but he said, if you were to have in your body, my mother, 100 souls, not one soul, 100 souls, and they were to come out in front of me, one after the other, meaning you were to die not one time in front of me, but 100 times in front of me, for me to leave my religion, I wouldn't leave it. If you were to die 100 times in front of me, for me to leave my religion, I wouldn't leave it. So here's the food, here's the water, it's up to you what you want to do. And at the end, she ate and she drank. Alhamdulillah, things were fine after that. This is the stance we need to have as Muslims. We need to be proud of our religion and know that our religion is more important than anything. If you want to cut me off because I'm not going to celebrate Christmas, Bismillah, Alhamdulillah. That's what you have to do, but this is what I believe. And Alhamdulillah, Allah makes ways out for us when we fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And like we said at the same time, but we're polite, we're nice to our relatives. Inshallah, Allah will find a way out for us. Inshallah ta'ala.